second now. You can do it. I might believe in you, YouTube, very mildly, or not. My faith is waning. I am having reduced amount. There we go. What happened to your character in RimWorld? You were kidnapped. We had last stream. We had a really rough raid. Yeah, the last RimWorld raid. We had a really rough raid where they set up a siege location with mortars and they started pelting the base. We ran out to fight them. You got downed in the brawl, and you and another person they tried to kidnap. I managed to knock down the first two people who tried to kidnap the both of you, and then someone else went to kidnap you, and I tried to stop him, but was unsuccessful. But yeah, so we're going to be continuing on our whole tile challenge. For those who are unfamiliar with the whole tile challenge, it is not like an idea that I've come up originally. There's a lot of content creators who have done it between FG Squared, Wojess, Alana Rama, and many others. All those ones that I pretty much mentioned were part of the Halcyon are part of the Halcyon Frequency team. Not were, they still are members. But the gist of this challenge is we're making a hacking base that is absolutely enormous. So if we go up to the edge of the map and try to build, there's an area outside the edge of the map I'm not allowed to build. And then there's this area inside here. At the end of this run, for us to have considered to have won, we have to utilize all of this space. Now you notice the white border out there, zones have a different distance than construction. I don't know why. But the point is we have to use that. Now to be clear, when we say utilize that space, I couldn't just plop down a stock area or a dumping stock area or, you know, a farm and say, we've won. I have to actually use it for something meaningful, something productive. So that said, I am allowed to have farmland, but like, for example, I would say this farmland qualifies, we're actually utilizing it, versus this farmland, we're not even finishing planting it. I wouldn't say that we've actually got that in utilization. So with that said, we've been going for a good while in this run. We are in year 6. We are making good progress. I do actually have a Pollux tree down here. I actually had 3. I may have accidentally cut 2 of them down by putting farm grounds too close to them. I'm not salty, you're salty. But with that said, we are, like, this is kind of a marathon one of just building it more and more. This isn't a game about trying to set the absolute hardest difficulty settings or anything like that, because it's unnecessary to do that to make the game really difficult. Because as we make our colony, that wealth is just gonna keep climbing. Like, if I'm not mistaken, if we look at our quests, I think we already qualify for Arco Nexus if we had wanted to. No, we don't. We're getting close, though. Just to give you an idea. And we're still not even using, like, a 4th or a 5th of the tile. So it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. We need more colonists to utilize the space to defend the wealth. Yes. The last stream, we did suffer some pretty rough losses. We lost 3 people in the course of one stream, which is pretty bad. We just had a siege raid where they were you know, you get the idea, that they were sitting there like bombarding us, and we had to run out into their defended position and deal with it. We don't have, actually we do have flak armor. I think we got the flak armor after that. And we almost got away with it without losing anyone, but it was unfortunately, to save people, I had to send the kids out to go rescue. And one of the kids got caught. And then there was also, they went to get people out of there. Okay. So you got a proximity sensor. And no timer. Like, that's definitely a doable one. Because we could drop EMP. That's gonna be a big explosion. But and I don't think there's a way we realistically save that. So I come over to this side, just huck an EMP onto that, and then just light it up kind of deal. Now the danger is, I can't really take melee in there, because if I do take melee in there, that's going to explode and kill everybody. Now, what I might be able to do is bait them to the other side of the wall, kill the units that are like the standalone units. Then, you know, we do the thing where I drop an EMP, take that gun out, step out, kill it, you know, and shimmy around. We just have to make sure we stay out of the range of that when we're going for this part. But I do think we just deal with that. Let's wait till the rain goes away first. So scheduling, everyone is now in restricted of safe. Oh, do we still have the infestation up there? It's fine. Bugs never hurt anyone. Yeah, so the plan is going to be to go to this side over here. We can step in, it'll aggro everything, and I should be able to just drop EMPs at this corner as they come around. Mad Ibex Ram. Don't you dare set that off early. Okay, I was about to say. Alright, so everyone's in position. Major break risk on Captain Insanity. Alright. So what's your deal? Why are you upset? Observed cores. Oh, right. We made the mistake of messing with the xenotype of Captain Insanity, which is working very much against us. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can undo it, because I've never run into that. Because we gave them the things, we gave them these things here, but I'm not sure of a way to like revert a xenotype. Like I don't think there's just remove from a person, so I think they're just committed for life. And the problem is they're a body purist, and there's no way to get rid of that, to my knowledge. So they are just angry at everything. And that's on me, and I don't really have a good way to deal with it. How's the full map city going? It's going good. We just had a mech raid showing up. I just been waiting for the rain to break to go deal with it. We'll have Lardine on EMP duty. I got dry thunderstorm, so I gotta deal with that. Now I've got rainy thunderstorm. Okay, never mind. We don't gotta deal with that. And Ibex has chosen death. Oh, they just want to invest in some property in their city. Yeah. Because I'm going to keep the kids out of this fight. I don't think they're necessary so much as a likely liability. So once the weather stops being crap, we'll deal with it. Imagine having full buildings in this map. Gonna increase the wealth so much, though. It's not gonna be easy. Yeah, that was the reasons why, like, people was like, why don't you play this on, like, 500% naked brutality? It's like, you don't understand. The raids we're going to hit at the end game of this, we don't need those kind of settings. The amount of enemies that are going to show up because of our ridiculous wealth is going to make it sweaty and hard enough. And very genuinely might potentially... I know some people have had to bail on the challenge because the performance just becomes too much of a problem. I'm hoping that won't be a case. If it does, we could just pivot it into our Arco Nexus or something. That was that's what Alana Rama did. Is hers started getting, like, the point is getting down to like 10 frames a second and whatever. So they opted to pivot it into a Arco Nexus run since, you know, there's still more to build. Yeah. Hey, life, how's it going? Alright. So the weather has cleared. Grab everyone but the kids. Do not fire at will. Just get everyone over here. Alright, so plan is straightforward. Melee team, you step into the line. EMP. That right there. The rest of you, you may now fire. Melee team. We want them to step out here. Step out here. I don't think I can step there and be okay. We're gonna try. No one has a shield belt. Our shield belt was one of the people who was gone. Torgo's taking friendly fire. Yeah, back off. Back off. That's just friendly fire left and right. I just need one person on it to avoid letting it shoot back. Don't run over there. Come on, die already. Okay. So with that, back off. No, none of the other back off, please. So you all back off here. Of you who can use any type of medical of the melee team, because you'll start patching each other in the field. Kalaria Star can patch people up. All right, so you start tending to them. The rest of you, the plan is straightforward. Drop the EMP there. Okay, and everyone's out of the range. Reposition. Just need to get them outside of that range because it's probably going to blow. Okay. Meanwhile, all of you, get out of here. You're no longer needed in this fight. Just a precaution because I'm scared of that. Okay. I don't have smoke grenades yet, or handy. Actually, I don't even think we can make them yet. But yeah, no, I would be able to smoke grenade up there, but ultimately it would still be there. Like I could still just use the EMP. It's fine. It's only when you have to EMP them for a long time it's a concern. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we can make smoke grenade launchers, so we'll make one of those. All right. So the only people who got roughed up was friendly fire. This is the answer, was friendly fire, because I had to have the people up in front dealing with the centipede, and they were just getting friendly fired, so... Whoops. Tend to them as well. Cool. Everyone's patched up. So, really high break risk, because drowsy and all that. We're going to have to joy wire Captain Insanity. I don't want to, but we're going to probably have to, because I messed with the... Oh, actually, you know what we could do to work around that? If I could get the very happy gene and shove that in them, it wouldn't fully wipe out the squeamish thing, but it would massively reduce it. So that would definitely be an option to work on that. Oh, wait, I need you on Nope. Because I forgot, we still got those up there we've been putting off dealing with. Mad Bisons. Alright, wildlife, we got 4 of them, it looks like. Put everyone back under safe for just a moment. I need you to get a gun again. Yeah, the normal... I'm just going with the chain shotgun. So get down here real fast. And then draft everyone and go to your defensive positions. All right. I don't really want that many chain shotguns, but, you know, it's where we're at right now. We haven't got the research and better stuff. For those who don't know from the beginning of this run, I am running the random research, no research mods. So if you're wondering, it's like, why don't you have this technology? Why don't you have that technology? It's really weird that you didn't choose those. I don't get to choose them. Do you have a health problem? Is that what's going on? Why are you late to the party? I got people who got stuff to do to keep themselves from being super angry. So I'm gonna need you to pick up the pace, Bison. All right. Chickens join. Cool. But hear me out. No. No, they don't. Same with you. Schedule. And the nope is because we have a big, well, we have an infestation up here that I just don't have to deal with. I don't have anything that core of the map I need. Eventually I'll have to go up there because we're going to use the whole tile, but right now it's just like, eh. Research known, bioregeneration. Cool. Alright, so we got 3 days until we can do our next fair, because we're trying to get rhetorical answer to, we're trying to get them to, you know, drop down a little bit. Maybe raid will, yeah, that's exactly, either a raid or a trade caravan. Either way, like, both of those will probably beat the bugs, but, you know, they get badly injured along the way. And that's fine by me. All right. And for right now, power those off since it's not enclosed. We can go over here, furniture, standing light. Put that in the middle there. This room is probably going to constantly get cold, so I'll put a heater over here. And with that, we are ready to reinstall the stove right there. And reinstall the butcher's table right... I didn't think about that part. That's fine. We can just install them like that. Reinstall that chair there. That's fine. Then we can just shift the other two in by one. Actually, change all of that. We can reinstall you. And the reason I'm doing that is then I can stagger them off to be slightly a different angle. Okay. I keep changing my mind on how I want to do this. Because I believe we put tool cabinet there. You hit a trap? Why are you running over the traps? Well, that's not ideal. We'll get that sword at some point. And we can build a wall here to close that off. Yeah, so with that, we'll have our properly set up freezer and all that. And once we get this side filled up, we'll get the other side sorted out as well. It's going to be our giant freezer for supplying us for a long while. That's fine. Oh, hey. I would like this and that hauled in right away. And now when you have the time. Alright, so the big thing we're missing right now is we just need more people. Which we are working on, but we just need more people. Alright, try to make baby. So it's Chaotic and Lardine are a couple. And no one else is really in a position where they can become a couple. Gene thing needs power. Because we haven't kept up with fueling things. Which we are working on expanding up here to get the next geothermal online so we don't depend on these. But I gotta keep on top of that in the meantime. Alright. Yeah, so we are storing tons and tons of raw food. Just building our shelves here. And the plan is for one of these has the room to be one of the half the rooms to be the raw food and the other one to be cooked food. That way, like, there's always a buffer of both for whatever I need. This is definitely not like a meta design or anything either. I could probably add a door right here too. Instead, put that up there and cancel that. Because then I'll probably put like another stove down here somewhere at some point. It'll be fine. Major break risk on you. Because you observed a bunch of rotting corpses. I need someone to commit to actually just... Because I can't remember. I think it's hauling is what does that. Alright, so smoke launcher. And they should put that over here on this shelf. They did. So I've got that for the future. Where are my EMP grenades? Because I want to keep those on that shelf, because that's my I need something now for a fight shelf. Meanwhile, you're back up. So when you've got a minute, go ahead and go grab that. And hold that so it doesn't decay outside. Alright. Major break risk. The Holy Chief has higher expectations. So I generally want to take the title back from you. Because that is one thing that's going to be a problem. So we're going to get a penalty for taking that title away. Because they're going to be mad about having the title taken away from them. But if I take the title away from them, that removes two of the things that are working against their mood in the long term. The Elite Expectations. And then the Want Holy Chief Apparel. So this is a temporary penalty of 10 days, which is still rough. But my hope is to get rhetorical answer converted just by the attrition of being a prolicizer ideology. To knock them down, get them converted, make them our moral guide. Because no one else could do like any amount of meaningful recruitment or whatever. Or one of the kids to become an adult to take over the title. It takes 2 hours in-game just to remove their title. That's bureaucracy for you. Hey, man. They keep very, very meticulous notes on the Rim. Royal apparel is being researched. Alright. Where was the tailoring bench at? There you are. So we're making formal shirts, but with the royal apparel in here. I mean, we already have formal shirts. We can make different hats, but I'm using helmets, so we're not going to wear the hats. I mean, cataphract armor and doomsday launchers and all that's nice, but really, I need all of my building materials for building the stuff I want. And just putting down a bunch of monuments everywhere doesn't feel like that's kind of really honoring the goal of the run, because I'm making a bunch of useless buildings I'm just going to gut later. That said, if there's something really, really important I need out of those, you know, stuff's going to happen. Alright, so once everyone wakes up and they're settled, we will do, I mean, once they refuel the fire, I guess, we will do the fair there. And we can go down here, and they have the drums now. Refuel that fire. Refuel this fire. We got a few more stragglers, and then we'll start all of the fairs to basically give us all the time we can, where we have people socializing around rhetorical, to hopefully knock down that that ideology kind of thing. Just waiting for She-Wolf to wake up. There we go. So let's do some sky lanterns. Come on, I want to see that certainty fall. Alright, I need to... there you go. Come on. Yeah. Keep on knocking it. Little by little, wear them down. Alright, so beautiful. So we did get a point from that. We'll give them all a moment. And then I believe we can start this from here. Cool. So we got another ceremony where I was gonna go bang on some drums. Come on, I want to see some ideologies drop, or some. Come on. Unforgettable. Cool. Well, that didn't convince them. So one of the things we've been doing is we haven't been dealing with some of this stuff. With our research Luxray, we're gonna once Luxray gets a proper sleep, I think we'll do the. Actually, if we wait for Luxray to go into a go frenzy, we can do the spaceship hack, and they can probably just knock it out in one go. Because that'd probably work really well for us. Yeah, that should cover us for a little bit, because we got the minus 15 because we took their roll. But at the same time, we had the Sky Lantern party, that's plus 6. And then there was also the Unforgettable. Where's the other one? Basically, we should have two bonuses there. Unforgettable party plus 16. Yeah, so basically we've completely overridden those for like everything but the last day. No moral guide for a conversion ritual? No, that's the issue, is we had Captain Insanity was our like, leader. The person who was our moral guide got kidnapped, and if we look at her skills, this person can social, but isn't the right ideology. That person can social, but right now, the elite demands, because we accidentally messed up and we gave a body purist a non-baseliner biology, they're becoming difficult to keep happy. So we don't have a priest right now at all. And I could assign someone a priest temporarily and have them do it with no social skill or no passion for it, but it'll be just an absolute drag. And it could always imprison Rhetorical and, you know, convert them and then have them pop out, which I might do. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Molecular analysis. Oh, the immuno... Okay. So we could make a joy wire, which is one way of solving the problem I've been dealing with. Tox immunity, weak immunity, slightly dull. Don't care about those ones. UV sensitivity, that's actually not a bad negative. That's a pretty easy to manage negative. We could get an Arpolix tree, which I'm not going to, but it does seem like I can reliably get Pollux trees from these people. So that's fine. I don't really have much to sell. I can't afford what you've got here. I'll grab your Glitter World, though. So haul that and bank that. So there's one spot left there and 2 spots left here. Research known IEDs. So you have, yeah, you're a researcher, so you have great intellect and then you're charitable at other things. Cool. So you're a brawler, body modder who's a masochist, and you're a baseliner, and you do plants as your main thing. So can we do something for a melee pawn with plants? Also, you can hop into the machine and continue getting stuff for us. Okay. So a melee person who is good at plants. So I can make them awful at crafting, that's fine. Not poor at plants. Mild UV sensitivity. Alright, so that gives them a really high metabolic stuff. So that's good. We can give them the fast runner stuff. I'm going to give them the foam spray. And I'd give them super immunity, but we don't have enough points left. And this is crafting, so that doesn't help. So basically, we're going to give them penalties we don't care about. And in return for it, they're going to run fast. And we are going to give our first person foam spray. That way, when fires go bad, they can literally just spit foam on it. So kind of a counter to imps. The imp breathes fire, and we just breathe foam back at him. So Rhetorical is about to become our dedicated firefighter. They're also going to get cat ears and red eyes. Alright. Hit me for real. Hey man, if you had the option, why wouldn't you? We got Dead Calm and Great Intellect. So, on one hand, I do like that we got Dead Calm. I kind of wish it didn't come with the Great Intellect thing, but that might be workable. So if we look at your setup, you're at a neutral metabolic. I could add the UV thing to you. Yeah, the UV sensitivity. And that would give you Dead Calm. Okay, so we're putting this in Rhetorical. Cool. And you'll actually need less food now. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit... Where did you go? That. Because I'll put that in Luxray because they already have the 1 bonus, so it shouldn't mess with your metabolic rate too much. But then that gives you Dead Calm, which basically means almost like very, very low chance of social fighting. Oh, that'll give you a 200% food multiplier? Wait a second. Oh. That's fine. We'll just make yet another one. Let's go ahead and... You needed... That's the thing, I forgot to put the penalty with it. Actually, were you a crafter? What did we give you for your negatives? You are not a crafter. Okay, so we can give you awful crafting and the UV sensitivity. So that'd be 3. Let's see what you've got, because there's a whole complexity to all this. So right now, you have a complexity of 4, and I believe you can handle a complexity of 8. So we are adding right now to your complexity 3. So I can only add 1 more to your complexity. Which does mean I can give you the UV sensitivity. And that'll work. So put this in Luxray for right now. And then when we wake up, we're going to put another thing to change them even more. Because now with that, you're at a complexity 4 and a metabolic of -4. Oh. That got rid of your negatives. Both of them. Which dropped you to a complexity 3. Cancel that, Xenogerm. Okay, so you can have a complexity... You can add 5. So we do that, because you don't need those. We do that, so we're at 3. You've got an incredible metabolic rate there. We give you Fast Runner. So we still have 1 point left. And you've got... You're even, I believe. So honestly, let's also give you Fire Foam. And you should be able to handle that. Looks like you can have the food you're not eating. Well, honestly, it's not even the amount of food they eat, it's the inconvenience of them going to eat food again that's actually the problem. Because they spend so much time running to get the food and then eating it, the actual physical action of eating. The volume of food they eat, I don't really care. That's actually not that big a deal to me. But the back and forth, it ends up being just a lot of time lost to commute. Yeah, and that was I wasn't expecting when we cleared that out that changed that much. The rhetorical should be back in action soon. I wonder if there's a situation that I can change rhetorical's responsibilities temporarily to keep them interacting socially with all of the others. Like, keep them in this room kind of thing, so that they effectively get worn down. Basically, choose a room that is going to have lots and lots of foot traffic, just to have as many social interactions as possible, to have as much opportunity as possible for people to try and convert them. So I can see being in one of the production rooms would be good. Anything that would get them to stay in here would be good. So they have confusion due to the anesthetic. That's fine. I mean, full recreation will have them spend a lot of time here. Even with full recreation, when their recreation maxes out, they'll go do something else. Okay. But yeah, so we'll be messing with people with the biotech stuff, clearing stuff out. So that is interesting that if we get different bonuses together, that it would, from what it looked like it did, if I, for example, have great intellect and a negative, and great intellect as a positive as stuff I've extracted, I can swap them. Because it is going to replace the other one, it wipes out whatever the other trait is. Which does make me wonder, with Captain Insanity, that if what I could potentially do is if we could to extract the blue hair and skin color, that we could maybe get combinations to knock down the number of these, and that potentially that would have possibilities. To, like, revert them. But it would require me to get, like, I don't know, blue hair without, like, some of the, like... Yeah, because I think we would have these still. I'd have to have blue hair and then something that wouldn't apply. I don't think it'd be very easy to get that sort. Okay, so try putting this in Lux right now. All right, implanting this. We'll override existing xenogerms. Luxray's current xenotype is trans. With that, Tom. And what did I even make you? I understand now. So this is gonna just blow it out completely. Well, what do you have? So you plants. And what does this have? Okay. So that will work. We can go ahead and put that in Cura Liz. And I need to just make the whole thing for the other one. So we will do that. That. No, this isn't for a researcher. What the heck do you do around here again? Because we need to fix that. You're our researcher. Okay, so let's fix our researcher. So researcher, dead calm, great intellect, fast runner, poor with plants and animals, awful crafting, and psychically whatever. The complexity is now too high. Why can you only make it 6 complexity now? And that one's 4 complexity. And that'll be pretty high there if we don't have that. That's +4, that's only +2. It's -3. So I could get rid of that and it'd be neutral, and I've got 1 point to work with. That is a melee pawn, so we definitely don't want to add anything else with that. We give you Fire Foam as well. So it means a slight increase in your hunger, but you put out fire and you're good with the other stuff. Okay. We are just doing all sorts of mixing and matching right now. Alright. And you're repairing stuff, and everyone else is good. Alright, is there other production stuff we need to make? I could make the chem fuel refinery. We really don't need it, though, because I already have where we're producing the chem fuel. I've already got research stuff, mechanics base, all that. I'm not at the point where I could really put to use doubling up my my benches, other than maybe cooking. Luxury is a science experiment. I mean, let's be honest. Half the colony is a science experiment. Did I give that to the wrong person? Whoops. Well, that's fine. So Caroliz isn't going to be doing crafting, but otherwise that's okay. Don't you hate when you accidentally put the genes in the wrong person? All right, so that's Luxray now. Cool. So now we're going to work on Calaria Star, who does plants and is one of our melee. So run fast. Terrible crafting and all that. I don't remember what else we had they were giving them. Fire Foam Spray. I've got 2 more points I can work with on the complexity side. It would be good to get another negative, so let's pop that in. Yeah, so our melee pawns seem to be the ones that we can... Isn't long figure manipulation? We're good for planners and doctors too? Yeah, that makes sense. And we maxed out the complexity. So that's going into Calaria Star, not Curaliz. I did not actually mean to mess with the Gen X. Now, luckily, Curaliz is already at, like, maxed out learning, so they're not going to lose that much, which is good. Because I don't like interrupting their education time. You need to have some variation to draw an X in permanent marker on the leg you want to amputate. Yeah, I mean, I just need to read names, but yeah. Okay, so with that, you're in much better shape. So you still eat more, but basically what we've done is we've given a bunch of our melee people the Fire Foam Spray, so that in a pinch when we're like fighting imps, I can have them Fire Foam Spray each other. That, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I think if you remember correctly, you might even be able to proactively Fire Foam Spray to like cover the tiles you're going to be on to prevent fire. You did get cat ears. That's because with the genes we got, our fast runner is attached to cat ears and red eyes. Alright, and the classroom is basically done, other than having the floor dyed. The kill box down here is almost done. I mean, actually, it's done enough to use, because that's... Oh, no, it's not. That wall has to be blocked off. So... Mech Cluster Climate Adjuster. I can work with that. The Mech Cluster Climate Adjuster, so let's see. Who would be the ones going in there? The Rhetorical can probably go. We can send Rhetorical. Probably Rhetorical. Hard call. I like the people I was sending as a group, so Rhetorical can definitely go. And then maybe we also send Andrew Bits. Let's go ahead and knock that out, because that one we shouldn't have to fight. We can just sneak in and grab stuff and go, usually. Come on, you can load. Climate adjusters up there. Form caravan. There and back. Add. And we will send... Actually, instead of Rhetorical, we'll send Kalaria Star. And we will send Andrew Bits. They will take... a couple of the... Alright. They'll take the 2 of the adult alpaca with them. We do have supplies, and we can go. So get out of here. Do your mission out there. Now, another thing I have to worry is on the off chance they try to caravan out this way or back. Now, luckily, the range that these trigger is not very big. So, as long as you just watch they don't run to that spot, we can be fine. Alright. Just the fact that I accidentally genetically altered them. The good news is the only thing I gave him a negative is awful crafting. Which isn't too bad, because that's the psychically deaf awful crafting. I don't think I can revert that right now, but we'll probably be able to sooner or later. And we can add a gene processor in here. Or 2. And see how, because I don't know how far you can push this. I've never tried to take that quite to its limits. Oh, we can't actually do that right now. Cancel those. We're on the limit of what our power grid can handle until I get the other geothermal online. We just gotta wait for our geothermal to get done. Once we get the our geothermal online, then we'll expand that stuff. Xenogerm completed. And that'll be for Kalaria Star when Kalaria Star gets back. That'll be your reward for successfully achieving the away mission is genetic manipulation when you get home. Which I believe will give you cat ears. All right. Royal Tribute Collector, not going to worry about it. Yeah, so you only got 2.5 days till the loss of the title goes away. And then we do have enough enough positives to probably overcome that body purist thing. Alright. Yeah, it should probably be an easy one. There's no timer, there's no proximity sensor, so we can just roll right on up here. Squeeze on in here. Okay. So I'm gonna do where I can just caravan out. Reform caravan, go home, accept, travel, you bring all your stuff with you, grab the components, grab the steel, because while we're here, I'm not gonna worry about the mech nodes, grab the plasteel. We're not gonna worry about the mech nodes though. It's fine. Alright. And as a reason, it's like we only need 2 to go the way with it. There's very rare that you can get it where it'll be like tucked into a cliff or something where you go, oh, there isn't actually a path I can go for it. But it's pretty rare. We can probably caravan over them, like, to the neighbors and just give them things and win them over so we're not being attacked by the pig people anymore. Because if I remember correctly, we're down to the pig people still don't like us, and then the Union of Wenben don't like us. Where is the Union of Wenben relative to us? Are there any instances nearby? Way out there, so probably not going to worry about that. Versus these ones will never like us. We just have to live with that. A vast building. You need to sweeten your pot, buddy. It's not a hard mission, but I need those resources. If you sweeten your pot, we can talk about it. All right. All right, and I've been putting this off, but it is time to add lavish meals onto the list. Just because I can. Well, the Site T is a higher priority. And eventually we'll expand it so that, you know, the meals will be way, way more reasonable. All right. So I'm not going to worry about organizing these shelves until they're mostly built. We're basically waiting on marble to be cut, which is down to She-Wolf and Chaotic Awesome to do that. Oh, meanwhile, Calaria Star is back. So implant Calaria Star. Cancel that. Psychic Ship. So I got Pikeman, Tesser, Lancer, Tesser, Lancer. Not my favorite. Are you alive? No, that was 2 streams ago. You got caught in a fight that didn't work out for you. You were you tried to rescue people. It didn't go well. All right, so get the EMP grenades. So this should be doable, because they're not going to be awake right away, so we can drop the EMP on this group and let our guns deal with it, and rush these ones with melee. But first I need everyone to eat their food, get sorted, hopefully have the rain stop. Honestly, actually, the rain shouldn't matter to us one way or the other. I think the rain's fine. Major break risk on you. Oh. Forgot about that. We have the low psychic drone. Alright, so as soon as people wake up in the morning, where they get their stuff sorted, we'll make a go of it. We're waiting on Andrew to get that recreation need not to be absolutely garbage. And once we get that, that should take away the major break risk, and then we can just make our move. Do not fire at will. So run down here. We try and drop the EMP on that group. Melee rushes the other group. Are you close enough to drop the EMP on him? No. Okay, so you can land it on them. Alright, so with that, I'm going to position Lux Ray. You'll be on this group. You two branch off to the bottom, because you're going to get in position to deal with this. Because Lux Ray is going to basically just run in for anyone who doesn't get pulled on immediately. Alright, I think we are good here. Okay, so start dropping the grenade right there. Don't worry about where you see them. And the EMP has to happen first. Come on, good throw. Not good throw. You get on that one. You here, you there. And all the rest of you are now fire at will. So get out of the way. You're good here. It's not time for a daze. Except you're using EMPs, just go home. Okay, nicely done. And you're the only one who took a hit, just a bruise, right? Yep. Nicely done. This could get way worse as time goes on. Haul all this stuff out of here. Grab the mechs. At least, yeah, we have play plans in front. Yeah, we lost 3 last stream. I think we gained 1 since then. So Andrew dropped their weapon, so go grab that bolt action back. Why are you on the shelf here? That's not the rules. I need the EMP on that shelf. Why are you on the shelf? Raw resources isn't allowed. Raw food isn't allowed. Get that out of here. Okay. So we're going to allow cutting on that again because we are getting to the point where the stored hay is starting to go down. And they're starting to get a bunch of trees and all that growing in there. Yeah, that's okay. That should be the last time you can have a fit. Yeah, because you're right about to be over your title removal. Cool. Let's see, Roll, you've had that luck after the Poity incident. I mean, you did kill Poity. Just saying. Alright, so you do plants. And we're having a power issue for some reason. I didn't add a new power consumption thing. What am I missing? You both have power and you're not in disrepair. I need that online. Is there something I can get rid of power-wise for a little bit? Turn that off. I need them to get that built, and I don't really know why they're avoiding it. I mean, it's waiting on marble, that's why. So once we get this built, they should go up here and get that knocked out. But I can't really afford to build the geothermal until I wall off the area, because just raids will trash it immediately. You're just happy that you literally gave birth to the only successful Adam and Eve run? Yeah. That we got to the Adam and Eve run so far, and it was just like this whole big thing. Yeah, so we're not quite handling the power. For right now, because there's no kids in that room, we can go ahead and turn off the heater in there too. When we have an arcade, we can turn it back on. Because they need these to have power, otherwise the gene packs decay, and that's no good for anyone. And we just keep drilling up marble chunks. We do have the steel over there. We're not really... I don't think we're hurting on steel. No, actually, we are. Steel's not really actually in a good place. But I want that to be inside our perimeter before we worry about it. We also have, like, tons and tons and tons of material all over the place. We'll haul that back. That won't take much. We did pull up a bunch more slate blocks, which is why we actually managed to get our classroom done. Do we have a miner? Yeah, so right now, Andrew is mining. Andrew's kind of the jack of all trades in this colony, that we've got them doing whatever we need to at any given moment. So you're at... that. You age up at 12, I believe? And that's the next one? Oh no, 10. Okay, so you're about to age up. And Draconic isn't too far from aging up at 7. Let's keep them going with all that. Right, and we were going to get Calaria Star done, but right as I hit that confirmation prompt, that's when the other attack came. So you're a baseliner who plants. You plant, mine, and you can cook. What can we do for someone who can plant and mine? So we can't do this negative or that negative. That one would be fine. Weak melee is fine. We can give them fast runner because, of course, we're going to give them fast runner. The elongated fingers would help. And we can give one more thing. I feel like I keep giving everyone the fire foam spray. That's 2. Let's avoid that. Quick study. But it makes him afraid of fire. We'll do... No, we can just leave it like that. We can just leave it like that. We don't need to add anything else. It's fine. Because it could give them UV sensitivity and they eat like half as much food, which isn't bad, but they're going to be a planter, which means they'll be out in a bunch. That's fine. Really did try to pull out a different fast runner without the cosmetics to cut down the complexity. So a lot of the like if you actually look at a bunch of stuff, that has a complexity of 1. These cosmetic stuff don't add complexity normally. It's usually strictly stuff that is a positive and negative. The cosmetic is just kind of side effect kind of thing. Alright, so that's going to Andrew. And you're a genie. We're just gonna leave you the way you are. So you have... see, we had very fast, but where did it go? Because I don't see it here. So I don't know. Something happened and I lost very fast. Yeah, that means everyone's got, like, their genes altered except for Draconic, and I'm gonna wait to see what Draconic decides I want to do with, like... Maybe sold it? I don't think so. What I'm guessing happened is probably one of these banks lost power long enough that it rotted or whatever. That's my guess, but I don't know. It could very well have been sold on accident. Either way, I don't have it. We get it from the imps, so that's one thing. If we get an opportunity, we can potentially go for that. Disease, gutworms. On she-wolf. Okay. So we want to keep fast runner. That one's fine. I don't think I'm ever going to do the robust digestion. And so that's taking up spots. I'm okay with all the other ones. The bows can go away. The recurve bow can go away. Start tossing some of these. You don't have, like, any money. I will take your medicine. I'll take your packaged survival meals. Cool. What's this keep called him? Oh, so keep dead calm means they're very, very unlikely to ever social fight, and they're very unlikely to ever insult. That generally it is like if you have aggressive where they kind of lean towards constantly getting into fights, it's the opposite of aggressive. Dead calm is one of my favorite ones because while it doesn't really do anything super amazing within itself, it prevents your colony from melting down and insulting and beating each other up constantly. Pretty much necessary for vampires and hussars. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing is you get a vampire or a hussar or a Neanderthal or I think Imp would have aggressive. Any of the ones that have aggressive by the start, you can turn around to slap dead calm in them and be like, thank you. One of your biggest negatives is now gone. Because like the drug requirement and all that kind of stuff, that I can work with. But like them social fighting endlessly, I'm like, please just stop. I credit a lot of my colonies that have died to the main reason being social fights. Because they end up becoming a feedback loop of problems. Rare thrombos. So I still don't think I have anyone who can tame those. Nope, we're getting closer. We're at 9. Wanderer for hire. Let's see. Yada yada, you've got a person who wants to hold on to them for 14 hours, Unfortunately, the Mechanites are guarding the vault that the prisoners were extracted from, so they will send 2 raids of 39 militars, and they'll give us 5 Justicars to do that. So this is crap. I already have a Mega Screen TV and a Masterwork Harp, so this doesn't do anything for me. The silver's nice. I don't care about the honor and the goodwill. That is a ridiculous amount of militars. We could potentially do it by just standing back, dropping EMP on the door, and pouring shots into them. The issue with this, it says 2 raids of roughly the same size. It doesn't mean I could get 2 raids of militars. I could get 1 raid of 39 militars, and then like another raid that's like 8 centipedes or whatever the equivalent value is. So if it just said 1 raid of 39 militars, or even if it said 48 militars, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, let's do this, because I could just drop EMPs on the door and just pour shots into it, and we would be fine. But not knowing what we're going to get, like getting Scorchers and everything that can send people scattering and all that, is not... Like, if the rewards are good, like as a healing mech serum or something like that, I would absolutely take it. But just, like, the one reward I don't need, or some reputation, I can get reputation by just dropping off gifts. Because right now, we're just trying to, like, advance stuff in the colony. I'm trying to get the kids to age up so they can contribute their share as well. Oh, I forgot Kira Liz has the tough trait we gave them. I mean, the good news is tough trait, I'll let them have that either way. But, that does have the opportunity for us. Potentially. Cryo Sleep Casket. Cool, we probably won't use it, but you never know. But if we're lucky, you're going to age up really well this time. Yeah, I don't think you're going to make it to growth tier 8, which I believe is the max. But, that would be really nice, because if you do get 1 more growth tier, you'd get 3 passions instead of 2. I don't think you get there in time, though, because you need 9 more points. And time... you might. You might. It's going to be close. Muscle parasites on She-Wolf. Oh, Sickly, you are just a bad time. We did give She-Wolf, because they are sickly, we did give them super immunity. It doesn't make them immune to disease, but they heal up real fast. I think the higher one is absolute immunity or whatever, and it's one of like the highest tier ones. If I get that, I'll probably give it to She-Wolf to stop it. But we haven't had the opportunity yet. Yep, so we'll get there. Another Masterwork Marble Shelf, no problem. Just getting all of that done. We got 1 more block, and then this will be enclosed. I still can't turn it on, because our power is kind of like on the fence right now. As you can see, the batteries are kind of like holding a charge, or not really going up or down. I can honestly toggle that off, and that'll take a huge burden off our power grid right now. We want it, but it's not a thing that's getting done right now. And you're getting a pretty strong lead on the drilling. I can actually turn that off for the time being. Because then you can work on construction stuff in the meantime. Alright, so if we were to build this here... Gotcha. So we can make that work. So structure. Oh, I guess I have... Oh, I ran a sandstone building that down there. Okay, that's fine. Keep working on that. That's more important. I was going to say, we're going to go ahead and make our trap room, whatever you want to call it, so that we can just do our thing in here. And the idea would be I'd have a bunch of chem fuel stored in the room with them, where... Oh, hey, She-Wolf, I'm going to have you deal with that real fast. We can put the chem fuel in there with them, where if an infestation triggers in there, there'll just be a explosive in the room. We run out, you blast it, and the best thing is with half of our people having the fire foam spit now, after the room is cleared, we can just walk in, fire foam spit into the room, and just clear the whole thing out in seconds. So that's kind of a nice thing. I don't even remember. Do any of the races start with fire foam spit? I know there's a couple of the like the default race, like the default xenotypes. Because I know there's a bunch of traits that don't belong to any of the xenotypes you can get and mix in. What are you wearing? You are wearing a prestige marine helmet. So basically, you got the helmet of a space marine, but you know, the rest of you're just wearing flak. We got it from a quest. So it feels very mixed on the equipment. I am probably going to have to rest rhetorical answer and just wear them down, aren't I? Director hopes for alms, that's fine. Ah, you jerks. That's actually, I don't like giving up that. It's fine, I'm not happy about it. They're basically asking for the medicine I could use to make people immune to certain diseases. So it is a thing I have to stockpile. And it costs, like, I have to buy the materials. I can't just craft them or whatever. So that's annoying. The good news is it did give me 2 development points to my ideology for doing that. And a lot of times they will give you good rewards later of unknown stuff. Oh, we got more components down here. Let's not let those rot. Okay. I do wonder with the Mechanator run, because we've had a lot of luck of getting potentially Pollux tree seeds. I do wonder with the Mechanator run if you could literally like, grid out a bunch of Pollux trees into an area and just handle pollution entirely that way, of just having a little Pollux tree forest to dump all your pollution in. We're still waiting on more jade to make that. And you're still dealing with muscle parasites. That's fine. Let's disallow cutting again. Have them work on other fields. Yeah, so we're probably waiting on recruiting a new person or Kirliz to age up, or someone to age up to do it. Oh, you did max out. Excellent. So Kirliz has maxed out their learning. They can learn nothing more. They have reached peak learning. So now they're just waiting to grow up so that they may learn stuff anew. Because RimWorld says at 10 years old, you are just not allowed to learn more. You have hit a hard cap on your learning. All brain cells have been fully utilized, and they must wait. Which is definitely how biology works. Which will be any time now you'll age up. And you've got a little bit yet till you age up. Yeah, you got basically almost... Well, it's 4 times. So you basically have half an in-game year before you age up. Draconic. Alright, the definitely... Okay, so we've got the... Pigs are attacking, and it's a siege raid again. This is where we lost 3 people last time. You know what we're doing? I think it's time. Man the mortars. Children, we may not ask you to fight. But, you know, I don't want you going out there into the middle of it. Why are you injured? Like, did you attack and leave and you just haven't recovered yet? Because those are gunshot wounds. You the Lord of Banners? Oh yeah, no, Bannerlord's a good time. So what we're doing here is a very weird way of approaching this. They for whatever reason, okay. We're just trying to hit him with toxic buildup as much as possible. Because that's going to cause them serious health problems. That said, it's not a super viable way of approaching this. They did position their defense stuff not well, and they don't have a lot of long-range stuff. And no melee whatsoever. Okay, so you two keep doing your thing up there. The rest of you, we got work to do. You could try positioning down here real quick. I need you to pick up the pace, please. But that does penalize a lot of their stuff just a little bit. So the hope here is that we can penalize their stuff enough that really weakens their ability to fight. You get out of the way over here. You move up. You move up. Okay. You two? I don't want friendly fire, so back off. Alright, Lux right here. Rhetorical there. Kalaria, go after Log there. Move, Kalaria, please, please. Oh, you barely got out of that in time. Keep running. The Grenaders are not a fan of Kalaria Star. All right, you go this way. Rhetorical, just get out of the way. All right, cool. You out of here. All of the chain shotguns can get out of here. You're not going to hit anything, so just do your things. Nicely done. What is the difficulty? The difficulty, I actually don't remember what the difficulty is either Strive to Survive or Adventure Story. That said, we are doing the whole tile challenge, so the difficulty is going to be a little bit weird compared to normal, because normally your goal isn't to just maximize your wealth kind of thing, which is what's happening here. So we are going to hit points where we start having raids of, like, literally hundreds of people showing up kind of thing. We're not there yet, but we are starting to get some proper siege raids rolling in and all that kind of stuff that we're dealing with. Generally speaking on this channel, you're not going to see me do like 500% naked brutality kind of nonsense. I used to do that. After a while, it feels like you're forced to build the same base again and again and again strategically. Like the style, like, you know, trap mazes, path bugging stuff, fire rooms, whatever. And I'd much rather play the game in a way that's fun to me. Yeah, so how many of the tox grenades did we go through? A bunch. I didn't make these, by the way. That was from a previous siege raid. I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and grab those. We got tired of seeing Rual be naked and brutal. Hey, you know what? It only takes once. Alright, so. This is kind of a hard call. I do feel like crafting is definitely one. Kind will be another one. So we get 3. So we're short on crafters. I'm not short on melee. But at the same time, they are tough. Which really has me on a mixed spot here. I don't feel like I need a mining person, animal person. Plants is a maybe. Oh, artist. We could use an artist. I'll give them melee. So that way if we do lose one of our melee people, we can kind of sub them in. Alright, so with that, you do already have doctoring stuff. Okay. Oh, and Carolus is also a cook. Okay. Carolus is just trying to be chaotic awesome in this colony, is what I'm understanding. Just taking all of the exact same skills. And no one got seriously hurt. We got like one gunshot wound and a couple little nicks from melee. But that's honestly not that big a deal. And we're hauling all their grenades and all that good stuff out of here. And our barrels.
Thank you, Randall, for 1812 for gifting a sub to Anjiru-sensei.
Thank you, Randall Thor, for gifting 3 subs to the channel. I really do appreciate that. Giving gifted subs to Ichi Tenma, Bong Spill.
Thank you, Randall, for 1812 for gifting a sub to Ichi Tenma.
Oh, it says 5. I'm sorry, I can read. 5 gifty subs. Andrew Sensei, Zathira, and Space Ninja Cowboy. So thank you so much for gifting those subs. Yeah, it just put them on 2 lines instead of one. It threw me off.
For gifting a sub to Bonsville.
But thank you for that support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot that you would, you know, continue to just very genuinely give subs and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, thank you for everyone who's been doing the support today.
12 for gifting a sub to Zithra Z.
Yeah, thank you everyone's supporting today, because we have been doing our plus push. We are only on the 2nd of March, and we're already up to 13 plus points, so thank you so much for that. We're doing real good there.
For 1812 for gifting a sub to Space Ninja Cowboy.
Alright, Luxray, you sleep well. So what we're going to do real fast is, before I forget, is every time we get a sub or 100 biddies, I take a moment to do a Lego piece. Do we have another round of bits? Let me check real fast. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, we've caught up other than that. So I owe 5 Lego pieces for that right there. So let's go ahead and get that knocked out. And thank you for that follow and all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track. For those who don't know, every time I get a sub or 100 bits, I'm adding a piece to a Lego kit, and it is coming along excellently. Where are we even at? So I need, and we're like right at the end of this kit too. So here's the first piece, is that thingamajig. I said that thingamajig if you'd actually go in. And that will now go on here. Where now? So you go on here with this facing like that. So this goes like this. If that's right. And that gets put away for right now. I wasn't even paying attention. That was one piece we had, and then we just connected stuff. So then this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, we're at that home stretch. That's all that's left. When that's in there, the kit is done. We're getting down to the last couple of streams. I had fully anticipated that lasting till like June. So we've been crushing it. So thank you so much for all that support. It does mean a lot. I need to go and like order another kit to get one lined up because I like with that going on. And when that gets done, we'll get another one. I haven't decided which kit we'll end up getting to replace. All right, so we got one man hunter, so we'll hit here. Draft defensive positions. Don't make me go out there. And then I want to do a quick test of the fire foam spray. Okay, so all of you, except you have fire foam spray? Yeah, so you walk over here. All right, so your hunger is really low because I don't actually know. Okay, it's kind of gross, but you know, hey, that's fine. Gross doesn't mean it doesn't save our lives. I think I've got 4 or 5 people who could do that now. So even if I have like a big area on fire, they can just kind of go in and just all spit. And then we're good. It's not weird. Stop looking weird at it. It's fine. If only we could make it rainbow colors. I would absolutely do that if we could make all sorts of stuff. Hey, Justice TV. Thank you so much for the raid. That's very generous of you. I really do appreciate that. And if I get a shout out for Justice, what were we playing and how did it go? How was the stream and all that good stuff? I fully understand if you do have to, you know, raid and run to like take care of post-stream stuff, but you're always welcome. Party Animals. That was a that's the one where you try and like shove people off the map or whatever.
Thank you, Randall, for 1812 for gifting a sub to Juicetus TV.
Thank you, Randall Thor, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Juicetus TV. So congratulations, Juicetus TV, on your advertising for viewing as well as access to the emotes. For those who don't know, Juicetus TV, an absolutely fantastic creator on the platform, was just playing some Party Animals, but according to Twitch, that might not actually be right. Twitch gets it wrong a lot. But also plays RimWorld among many other games, so definitely someone to check out and have a good time over there. But welcome in, Raiders. I am Rual Storge. I do play a variety of games here on Twitch. I'm most known for my exploits in Project Zomboid, where I used to hold the world record for the highest kill count run ever streamed at 135,121 zombies killed on one character and one life in Heart of the Apocalypse settings, with no mods to change itemization or vehicles. That said, that record has been beaten. But I am a variety streamer. I play all sorts of games, settlement builders, city builders, survival, simulation, and a whole lot of others. So, you know, that sounds good. Hang out and enjoy that. But, and all that. And unfortunately, you did raid right as the ad hit. We do not have pre-rolls here. You just... unfortunate timing. And Helldivers at the end. Gotcha. I still haven't played Helldivers. I've heard nothing but good things about it. But, in RimWorld right now, we are doing what is referred to as the Whole Tile Challenge. For those unfamiliar with this challenge, if you look at RimWorld, there's this little border here. If I click on the outside, it says no. But... my goal is for everything else inside that border, this entire area, to occupy every single tile of that with stuff I build. Now, that is a lot of squirrels. I mean, actually, that's 35. That's not that bad. Everyone get up defensive positions. The squirrels have arrived. But with that, what we end up having is our wealth will be absolutely astronomical. But one of the other requirements is I can't just fill it with junk. Like, I can't just go stockpile, drag, we win. I have to do something with it. Got you. Gotcha, Katerna. You have a good one. Ekaterna. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that, but thank you so much for dropping in, and I do hope you're there. You can correct me on that spelling if you'd like. I would like to get it correct and all that good stuff, but welcome for popping in. Thank you. You sleep well. Medical attention needed. Why are you down there? What have you done? Why are you going this way? Why are you all terrible? Why have you done this to us? What way were they going that this was the most efficient route? New plan. That way. That's what I get for not paying attention. Melee team, make sure you're in the front. Andrew's not getting through that door in time. Okay, so you're pretty badly... Oh, actually, you're not badly messed up at all. So Andrew did get to the door, which is kind of good, kind of bad news. I'm guessing... Where were they that they were that far out there that the squirrels managed to just circumvent our defenses? And now I got squirrels actually going through the kill box they were supposed to. Oh, right, you went down early because you're a wimp. That's right, so that actually worked out for a favor. Otherwise, you'd probably be pretty messed up. Okay, new call. Melee team, other side. The squirrels are breaching. Let's see, you've heard it pronounced, Ekaterna? Gotcha. Got the same thing about your RimWorld pawns frequently? Oh yeah, they just chose a not particularly helpful route of pathing. Alright, so are all the squirrels dead? There's a single squirrel down there still ready. So you rescue them. The rest of you get into position as fast as you can. We also find with Goldstone? Goldstone would be easier, so I won't complain if that's what you'd like. Okay, now it's dealt with. So that was a really not how any of that is supposed to go, because basically we opened multiple layers of doors to let all but one of the squirrels in to bypass. So that was very suboptimal. You have an old assault rifle wound that is itchy on your stomach. That is not my favorite. Alright. You sleep well. Thank you again for hanging out. So we're definitely going to want to, we've got bioregeneration already. We just got to set it up somewhere. I do also have a healing mech serum, but we've been saving that for, like, an actual emergency. Alright. So many people got the nibble. Even with as clean as that room is, I would not be surprised if we get an infection or two just by sheer volume of injuries. Okay, so you're back up. Did they actually pick up your weapon? Yeah, so your weapon's already put in storage. Get your chain shotgun. And you're back for action. But yeah, we've also been doing all sorts of genetic experimentation on our people. So where you look at all of our people have all sorts of wild things going on. Except for Draconic. They will, but, you know, they're not old enough to have a personality of their own yet. So we're waiting till that happens. So they show like, oh, I'm into this or that, to decide what we want to give them. So we're not giving them something that conflicts with what they end up wanting to do. We let them decide who they are, and then we decide what we'll do to support that. All right. Lost Vagabonds. We got 5 refugees approaching. Cool. We are a guilty colony, which does mean if I were to reject them, every single one of our people would take a pretty significant mood penalty, so we don't want that. So we will be taking the refugees in. Also, it's always nice to have extra people to work around here. Put them in nope, because I have infestation on the top of my tile I don't feel like dealing with. And get all of their stuff sorted out. All right. So good news, that person's actually a good warden. I'm gonna have you not cook. I've already got a bunch of people who can do that. You're welcome to help with all those things. Don't worry about it. You can help with that. Don't worry about it. You can do that. Don't worry about any of this crafting if you're terrible at it. Okay, and you don't even worry about that. Alright, so they're not going to get a whole lot done around here, but that's fine. They're still going to support us, still going to get a bunch of stuff done. It is what it is. So you finished this room. No, you haven't. Because then we're going to set the storage for raw food on one side, prepared food on the other. We haven't quite done it because those freezers I can't run because of power constraints. We've gotten our geothermal queued up. It's just, I need my crafters to have more time cutting brick and all that. Which they're working on. It just takes time. Also make sure I haven't checked my... Yeah, so my safe does cover all my enclosed space. Actually, which now I think about this... can all be added to the safe area as well. Because that's now enclosed. They've almost finished that area. Once that's fully enclosed, that kill box will be ready for use. Because this will be our south front kill box. Which once they build that, I'm also going to sit there and put barricades the whole way up to slow them down. Okay, so this side is done. So link all of you, storage, important. We will clear all foods, meals. We'll put baby food in there as well. So that is the meal side of the room. Please don't sleep in the freezer. It's not the place to do that. Why would you sleep in there? Don't I have like a billion? Oh, right, the prisons. That's why. I was like, don't I have like 8 or 9 extra rooms? Yeah, I forgot. Those are prisons because I didn't need them. All right, in 2 days we could do another one of our lantern parties, followed by our drum party. Shouldn't be too long till the leadership speech shows up again. All right. Psychic Soothe. Thank you, Cassandra, for not being a troll today. I appreciate it. Who am I going to set that for? So not Adams. Very last Lardine, who's the one set for? I don't even care if you actually work on it. I'm just gonna start setting everyone up with the dryad trees because I don't know. Join offer on Vadim. What do you got? Careful misogynist, nudist, who's good at medical, and plants. And look, I hate to say it, but the answer's no, because misogynist. We just don't do that. Oh, right. I forgot. Because of how RimWorld works, because we have the guilty thing, every one of my people will be upset if I say no. Fine. Welcome to the colony. We are surgically removing your tongue. Actually, I wonder if Dead Calm would counter that. I do wonder if Dead Calm would help counter that so they don't do the insulting. Huh. Hey, want to be a science project? I mean, let's do science. So you can do construction and growing stuff, so we'll make sure not to mess with that. Alright, so recombine. We'll take Dead Calm, and that's got some major positives, so we gotta give you some negatives to counter. You will be awful at crafting. We will make you sensitive to UV light, and that's what we can afford. Cool. I probably have to get kind. I don't think kind will counter it, but kind usually prevents them from doing any insulting. So if we got that, it could be one of those things that we can just like knock down the risk of them being a pain. So it's like they still have toxic views, but they're smart enough to shut their mouth. So, you know, whichever way you want to go with that. I usually won't take misogynist, meanderist, abrasive, or there's like one or two others that lead to lots of social fights. I think volatile. Okay, so you're gonna have on your schedule, very last Lardine. We're going to give you a low-ish priority to Planko, which means you'll never do it, but that's fine. Hey, new colonist, let's do some science. And with that as well, it is time to draw to see who will be that person. Did that seriously not work? Alright, that's fine. So Q, draw, and it will be Urse. We have some properly flawed people in this colony. We are taking a, corrective action. So if you have health problems, we will fix them. And if you have attitude problems, we will fix them. It just takes some time and some science. We will do carriers. Alright, so it is still showing that negative trait. Understood. But what should happen is with Dead Calm here, they will never social fights, their mental breaks will never be violent, and they'll never prison break. Now, if we can get our hands on there is kind, if we can get kind and put that in there, we can kind of really knock that down. Like, the ideal, I would love to get kind and Dead Calm together, because then I basically can just rule out social fights as a mechanic in the game. It'll be such a major thing. That also gives us an artist, though, and being able to do art. Actually, I'm going to have you prioritize art. so that you dye all those floors. But won't they still be insulting our people? And then just take a beating from those people? Hey. But that's the thing. Kind will deal with the insulting. That's the reason I want to get kind. We don't have that yet. I think that's one you have to trade for. I don't think that naturally occurs in people. Like this one is where you get Dead Calm and the genies, but they don't have kind. So you have to have an exotic trader show up and trade for it. High mates have it? Gotcha. It's so rare I see high mates though. Maybe we'll get lucky. If we get a high mate, we could try and grab kind out of them. And just one tile left, and then our double freezer is done. I'm gonna say, do until you have 500. Do forever. Do forever. Cold snap! I don't really care, actually. Okay, so those shelves are all done. So grab those, that... Try again. Grab those, that one, and this one. Link them all. Settings, clear, important. Raw food. So that'll be all that, and we've now got our double freezers set up. The downside is I don't quite have enough power to keep them running stably yet. Like this one's not really online. Actually, it's implying I can turn it on. So let's turn that on, and that on. Oh, right, because I turned off our smelter. That's fine. Which is going to be a problem because I'm going to need that smelter turned back on to make stuff. Cold snaps for everybody. Yeah, and this room inside here is also at freezing. That's the reason we have the heater in there once you got enough power. Well, actually, you can turn on the power in there to make that room not freezing. Meanwhile, I need to go down here and make another grow zone. So this grow zone, just like the other one, we will make it dandelions. And the reason I make these dandelions is if we make a grow zone dandelions in here, it just means the trees won't grow in, and dandelions are fairly low labor. The big thing is we're just making sure the trees don't have a chance to grow in. Alright. Very last Lardine is ready to climb into the machine again. Pretty soon I'll have to kick some of that out. Because we're trying to get different combinations of stuff that we can get like some of the negatives on their own, some of the positives on their own. To help make our own people exactly how I want them. Oh, we got our place to remove floor. Research known mortars. Cool. Yeah, and you didn't build any mortars down here. You just hypothermia on Karoe. Could you go to a hot room? Or a warm room, or whatever room? Before you suffer terrible hypothermia? Carlos as well. Go back in there. You're freezing to death. It's all the refugees with their tattered clothes are not holding up with the temperatures. Exotic goods trader. Okay. That's kind of one of the big ones we're waiting on, because that's where we can buy the stuff we want. Colonist needs rescue. That's fine. Okay. So. We could have Extreme, which makes us so we have strong Psychic. Psychic Bonding. That's dangerous. That's the thing where you get a mood bonus if you have the two people in your colony and then a couple. But when they're not near each other, you get a massive mood penalty. That doesn't do anything. Very excited, kind instinct, fast runner, nearsighted. The very attractive in there is going to honestly cause problems. But we can potentially put that in someone and then try and extract the things we want out of it. I have no money there. And none of the stuff we want to sell. That's fine. Please bank that immediately, and we will figure out how to... Oh, Uche also needs a weapon. Okay. So, the new one we got is Kind Instinct, which gives us kind. That was the one that's like, I want that. We get Nearsight, which is a negative. We get Very Attractive. So Very Attractive is a positive in this game. I don't, like... You know what? If we give that to She-Wolf, that'll cancel it out. So I like what we got in here. I need to break it up. And to break it up, someone has to take it. So... Let's look at our candidates here. Urse, what did we give you again? Okay. So we're just going to wipe out what Urse already has there. And we're going to make a new one. And you got 4 at plants on its own. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to give Urse that. We're going to give them UV sensitivity. We're going to give them awful crafting. That's already over our complexity limit. Weak melee. Alright, so it's kind of split even. Cool. So we'll start combining that. She also has the ugly trait? Yes. So what we could do with that is we give her the beautiful trait. It'll, you know, override that. Hey, no, she deserves it. But I need to get those genes in there. We have to wait a year, or whatever it is, 2 years, whatever, for those to set. And then we can start trying to have them extracted to separate out the ones we want. This cold snap is brutal. Like, this is really not that cold compared to what you normally deal with. But, for this area, we weren't prepared for that level of cold. Yeah, like, even our regular pawns are like, it's cold outside. And they've all got alpaca wool clothes for the most part. Yeah, even the visiting caravan immediately turns like, nah, never mind, I don't wanna. Oh, that's right, we even had a heater in here. It's just insufficient for this amount of cold. Yeah, because those rooms, that's at least keeping it like the 20s or so. We'll just have to wait till that cold snap gets by and we can deal with that. Can I give it to Usei? Right. Yeah, so we'll just fully erase what we gave them already. Which works out as well, because that means I've effectively blocked off... Not blocked, but I've greatly reduced the risk of the misogynist trait by giving them kind. Blight on the heal root. Look, man. It's all dying anyways. It's cold. Honestly, we'll give you one on that as well. Mortars, cool. Hypothermia. Yeah, so you got 2 years until we can try to start extracting that. So yeah, so kind doesn't get rid of that, but if we look at kind, is excellently agreeable person, rarely insults others, and will sometimes offer kind words to brighten mood those around them, never judges people by their appearance. His agreeableness makes him most likely to conform with prevailing opinions. Excellent. Weirdly, that would be a way to get Rhetorical's ideology sorted out. Because we've been having problems getting them converted. I've gotten to the point I'm almost ready to arrest them and just deal with it that way. Because honestly, I'm going to probably need to. But that'd be one way of going about it. You know, start having the people actually take care of the dryads and all that. All right. So we're like zero food risk from the okay, thank goodness. I was gonna say 0 food risk from the cold snap, but just the hypothermia risk is real. Oh, there's still steel up here? Oh, here I am going, man, we're about out of steel. I forgot there was all that up there still. That's fine. How much surplus power? Not enough. That's fine. Yeah, now I've got the 2 heaters in here. So I should be able to sustain a comfortable temperature in the rooms there. Yeah, it's an absurd amount of wood that mostly is going to sit there and rot. We don't need nearly that much wood, but it's still... We put it there previously. Alright, once they close off the kill box, we can worry about that. I'm glad I sat there and was like, yeah, go back to cutting the hay grass. Because without it, they would have died in there. Refugees are leaving. Awesome. Okay, and you're all fine there. We don't need to worry about that. The assignments are all fine. So we need to convert Usei still. What was your ideology? Oh, it's basically as generic as it gets, collectivism. Okay, so once Usei is not comatose anymore, we'll go ahead and start going through the cycle of our celebrations. And I do think I'm at the point with Rhetorical... Well, no, because also Rhetorical's room is going to get reset. So I don't want to really have to deal with that. Alright, quest complete. We got 2 development points from that. Love to see it. We can go over here to Usei. What is your character's favorite color in the game? It's like almost a maroon. I can live with that. There's far worse colors the colony asks me to paint their rooms. So paint the floor. It's kind of that one. And it'll get your room painted to match your favorite color. And now all of our farming people hate their lives. They have to replant literally everything. Excellent. And you age up at 7, so you got a while yet. Yeah, so you wake up in 6 in-game hours. How are we doing with these? I've got 1 more. I'm trying to think of if I were to get rid of these, which one would I get rid of? The poor plants by itself is kind of good and kind of bad. We're probably just going to need more banks. I'm going to try and wait on that because just space. But I'm also okay with it. Alright, so everyone should be back up and in action. So, Sky Lanterns. Go have yourselves a party. A bunch of people had their certainty get knocked a little bit. I was hoping for a lot of it, but that's fine. Unimpressive. Cool. Go ahead and refuel that campfire. And we'll do the next one. Yeah, so we're knocking down that certainty a little bit. I'm going to just have to arrest them. I really don't want to, but I'm going to have to arrest them. And they had a fun one. So we had an unimpressive and a fun one, so they kind of cancel each other. So Rhetorical, buddy, if I were to have someone arrest you, who has the highest social other than you to give us the best chance of... So Captain Insanity has the best chance. So we're going to go ahead and... I don't want to do this, but that's not going to get resolved, and we've been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. So, sorry, Rhetorical. We need to talk to you about your heresy, and it has been too long. So, prisoner, convert. Get it done. Now, the question is, does that make everyone mad? No. Well, to get you converted, you'll become our moral guide. So not only will we convert you, but we will make you our leader. It's perfect. Hey, the follow. Welcome to the stream. So for that, our best warden now. Right now, Captain Sandy is our warden. They're trying to keep them skilling up their social. You keep prioritizing that as much as possible. That's not gonna go fast. Ah, that sucks. That's because they have such high social as is. They actually don't mind being arrested, which is really kind of weird. Let's see, with body mod, they'll get... Oh yeah, no, they've already got genes. The big issue is I just need to convert them to our ideology. They've been our colony forever, but we've just been dealing with their shit. And the reason I don't make Captain Insanity our leader is they're a body purist, and I accidentally changed their xenotype, and I can't change it back. So they just effectively have a forever -10 debuff. And if I make them the moral guide, then they get elite expectations, which is another like -10 permanent debuff. You get where this is going. It compounds really badly. That's fine, whatever. So I'm trying to get them converted, because then they can be our social leader and do all that. Hey, hey! Shibito, thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, they'll get into social fights and break easy. Yeah, but, well, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, and what were you streaming today? And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But, how goes RimWorld tonight? Pretty good. Had a pretty good one. Says you were playing some Black Desert recently. So I don't know if Twitch is correct with that or not, because Twitch does get that wrong. But if you do enjoy games like Black Desert, you can definitely check that out. Went well. You start out with the new RimWorld mod, your new RimWorld mod pack. Gotcha. So if you're also looking for RimWorld, you can find it over there as well. But welcome in, Raiders. I do hope you enjoy your stay and all that. Save our ship plus void stuff. Gotcha. I haven't done save our ship in a fairly long time. The last time, there was definitely lots of like just weirdness with it. Like, I really like the mod. It's just getting it to do it, you know, not have weird inconsistent stuff is a bit rough. But thank you for that follow. Welcome to stream. It's a cool mod. It would be nice if like the next DLC was effectively save our ship, but you know, internal to the game, like with that quality of work and all that stuff. Versus when, you know, you're modding, you kind of have to try and bolt it on the top. But yeah, so we just arrested one of our main melee fighters because we've been trying to convert them forever and it's not happening. So we're taking the more extreme measure of dealing with it. So that we can get them converted, we'll release them, we'll give them a title, and it'll all go well. And we're finally getting our second geothermal online up here. You could probably allow that now. Because if they put down the materials, we can just cancel it before they start the construction. And that'll fix our power problem so we can stop using the chem fuel power generators. And, you know, turn on more of our stuff. So what big mods are you using this run? So I really don't do much in the way of modding. I believe you do ! mods. I think that'll keep things going. But it is primarily like quality of life UI kind of mods. So there's only like 1 or 2 mods that really affect anything of any substance there. But that's just my preference with playing. I personally find that I've got bad luck with like save files getting soft locked or getting corrupted or whatever from heavy modding in games. So I just generally mod very lightly. No judgment for those who do. But what we are doing is we're doing what's called the whole tile challenge. For those unfamiliar, when you're playing RimWorld, if you choose to build stuff, there's kind of a boundary you're not allowed to build outside of. But other than that, we are required to build in every single tile inside the buildable area. And whatever we build has to be like used / meaningful / whatever. So I can't just like go farm, yes, I win. Stockpile, yes, I win. I have to kind of keep expanding. So when it comes to difficulty settings, this challenge is kind of weird because if you were to do like 500% naked brutality, that kind of stuff, it would be absurdly dangerous. Even if you do a relatively safe run with how ridiculous your wealth gets, even on the lower difficulties, you'll end up with absolutely unreasonable runs. So you'll give me stuff, and you're going to send me a mech cluster, but you're willing to give me a bunch of stuff. I don't care about the Persona Core, so I don't care about that. We got a defoliator ship just arrived. So what are you sending me with this one? We've got 2 Scythers, a Militar, 3 Lancers, and a Pikeman. And the good news is where that is, I can actually probably get around a lot of these prompts pretty easily. So go ahead and grab the EMP grenades that we keep on stockpile just for this. And grab everyone but the children. Run up here. Do not have fire at will, because I've gotten wiped because I was positioning people, and even though they had aggro, they would start shooting at. It was a mortar in that case. Alright. So, that's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. So the plan is straightforward. We got a bottleneck spot right here. I want to try and force them into that bottleneck as much as possible. We'll send one of our melee over here, one down there to deal with whatever pops through. And I deliberately did send the one at the shield farther away. You are going to try and land that EMP right there. That's your goal. Everyone else, you can kind of cluster in here to avoid friendly fire as best as possible. Fire at will is now back on. Nice grenade. Get in there. I hate mechs sometimes. So that's going to be really bad. So Claria Star took a single hit. How did you... Oh, well, no, it's not even zeroed out her neck. How did you actually die? What? So they took a neck hit, but they still have health left on their neck. They still have a hit point left. It was an injury of 24. Weird. So that's terrible. Massive blood loss quickly? I don't think so, because it doesn't have the blood. I mean, maybe it doesn't show anymore, but usually it still takes a couple of seconds. Alright, reposition everyone. That's way too far. Alright. So you're not even bleeding, so that's good news. That's just been my luck with the mechs. It's one of the reasons I don't like fighting the mechs if I can't just shut them down immediately. Is that was the very first shot of the fight, and instantly Claria Star was dead. And that's just my luck with mechs, is RNG one-tapped. I can't tell you how many times. So rescue them. And for that matter, we'll keep... Not you, you're one of the main doctors. You 3 hang here. You shoot the defoliator ship. But you rescue them, everyone else get out of here. Oh, one thing, before anyone gets any ideas, let's see, cremate corpses, human-like corpses, do not cremate colonists, because we can bring her back. It might take a little while, but we can bring her back. What do I have handy? Slate. you'll get a slate sarcophagus. So it'll be a nice, shiny slate sarcophagus. Who is our construction person and where are you at? What skill did I lose with Calaria dying? What? You were plants. Plants and medical. Not my favorite to lose, but it is what it is. Alright, so who was our construction? Very last letter Dean was. So very last letter Dean, actually your services are no longer needed up there. Get down here and actually storage. We're gonna go here real fast and say corpses. Human-like, but only colonists. Only colonists. Okay, so you're out. You're out. Bring them home. Haul those. Haul the monosword so it doesn't rot out there. Yeah, so we will try and bring you back. So very last Lardine, as soon as you... What fire are you beating out? Oh, we have a fire raging inside of our base because of other stuff. Here. Why are you on fire? So a whole bunch of them could spew fire foam, which sadly I know it's those two or two of them. I actually think what we've got is a lot of the ones who can spew fire foam. Oh, hey, child, over here. Actually, change of mind. Child, over there. I need you in the hospital now. What just exploded? Oh, chem fuel. Okay, I could live with that. And do not rebuild that, and do not rebuild that. Okay. And where did your body go? No. I put it in the wrong place. Do not put human corpses there. Put human... Oh, that's not even a storage area. That'll help. So right now we go like this. Storage. Clear. Critical. Human corpses. Colonist only. And how are you doing? Have you eaten yet? You have not. So drop them off. Did I not have that set right? Colonist. There we go. Get you into the freezer so your corpse doesn't go. And as soon as you've eaten food, we'll get you constructing the sarcophagus. Why are you consuming the raw corn? You have meals. Don't worry about that. You build the sarcophagus for Kirliz so that body can be put in storage. That way the body doesn't get destroyed. Disease infection on you. Did you ever get treated? You did, but we still need more. So, treat them. So we're now officially in the I would like some healing mech serum situation. And bury Calaria's star. So you are safely and securely stored in the freezer. So should a healing mech serum, or sorry, not healing, a resurrection mech serum be in our future, you'll be able to be brought back. So we gained a colonist and we lost a colonist so far. Not really. Sensory Mechanites. On She-Wolf alone. Oh, Sickly. You are such a troll. Keeping all of our doctors very employed. Why are all those out? Shaman Merchant Caravan. I can deal with that in a moment. And also, could I not have a dry thunderstorm after my previous disaster of an event going on? Alright, let's trade with you, see what we can get. So I have healing mech serums. I've collected 2 of them. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff in here. So we have the extra pain and poor plants together with great intellect. I actually think we can get rid of that one because I have poor plants separate. Do I have extra pain? I don't. I think we can get. Well, let's leave that alone. So what I'm trying to do. So let's get rid of the. I'm never gonna get everyone weakness to cold. I'm gonna live without that because our stuff is getting just too full. Is the reason I'm trying to get rid of these. I'm also never gonna get everyone slow healer. So those 2 we can get out of here. We can leave the rest of this here for right now. We can go ahead and move 51 of that over as well. I would like more stuff to make more of our medicine. And we'll do that for the moment. But yeah, we are really just trying to clear inventory. Where did you drop your money? There. Oh, storage. Raw materials. Not silver. Silver goes in here. Why is my power so bad? Oh, the main power line got broke. Okay. And you're fine. Okay, so we're slowly making progress on getting Rhetorical Answer back into the group. So that'll be good. Meanwhile, where was that would have been the room, because it is no longer there, so we'll say remove the paint. Because we dye the rooms the person's color, so when we lose a colonist, we end up clearing up the paint to, like, ready it up. It also is a very easy way to visually see, like, what colonists are where and how many and yada yada. It'd be a good way to work through that, too. Cool. Alright, so they got that knocked out down there. So one of the other things we need to do is go floors. I will need to... I'm torn on what I want to do. So let's focus on this down here. The sandstone floors. So I need the pawns to be able to run around these. I got our raid attacking. I need them to run around it so they can get there real fast. I think if there's any flooring in there, it has a problem. So we'll see that. So that's one thing. So we have an attack popping in. Let's see. They'll attack immediately. That's fine. There's gonna be a lot of people gonna be. You are dropping in right here, and you still don't have your gun back. Luxray, go grab your mono sword as fast as you can. Usei, you were using the bolt action, I believe. That's not ideal because almost all my melee people are uninvolved. We're gonna grab everyone. We're gonna drop here. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know how to play? No problem. It is one of those games that you kind of learn as you go. Oh, you're gonna be very late to this party. You go this way so you don't get shot at too badly. Alright, so what are they packing? Knives and a couple of bolt actions. I think we can work with that. The downside is Usei is gonna just stay out of that because you're not gonna be able to get. Actually, you can't stay out of it. You'll just team up with the others and basically be there in case people take hits. Luxray, I don't. What do they have? They have the bolt action. We might be able to make this work. If you run in and grab the monosword, you do have a shield belt. But I need the others to get into position, and I need them to do it yesterday. Come on, get into position. Be faster, be faster. We're not in good positions at all. So, Usei, go down and start trying to melee that guy. Just to stop the firing. Who needs rescue and why? Kirill's got intercepted. How badly are you hurt? You're hurt bad. Okay, they are retreating. Luxray, can you catch them? The others I don't care about. Can you stop them from stealing the weapon? Alright, you can't get there, you just start dealing with that. Oh, good. They hit a trap or something. Are you stealing my money? Alright, you two aren't going to be able to catch up. You can't do anything. You all get out of here. Where are you at? Alright, you're doing that. So you deal with that. So they have to go through the maze, which is why this works out. Because what we're going to do is we're going to position there. We're going to lock that door open. Lardine's going to poke that door open. Never mind. I guess they decided to come back. And sorted. No one takes my money. Alright, meanwhile, you needed to be helped yesterday. How bad are you? You're at 7 hours. You know what you're not doing is dealing with that. You're rescuing them right now. Because the guy knocked out Kirill and tried to run off with their, with their gun. And we did have one who broke the door out. We basically let them go. Because it's more important we did our things. Please get them to bed faster. Alright. It's not really the time to be eating that. So the good news, they didn't actually manage to get away with anything really. They did bang the place up a bit, which kind of sucks. But all in all, not that big a deal. Hunter lacks a weapon. You got up to get yourself food. That's fine. We'll get you re-equipped in a minute. Meanwhile, before I forget again, Usei, please grab a gun. Oh, right. What was I going to put on these shelves? There's something I was going to put on these shelves. What they weren't going to be is what's there. So clear that. It's going to be critical. Was it the biocheck, the gene things? I think it was the gene things, because I kept hauling them and dumping them all over the place and was having problems finding them. So when I went to take them in and out of the library, it was hard to figure out what was going on. Alright, so we're starting to acquire a lot of old gunshot wounds and all that. I'm going to have to get bioregeneration set up. We've been putting it off because I need that built first. Do we still have steel laying around? Yes. We're getting very low, though. Alright, go deal with, continuing the conversion on rhetorical answers so you don't lose ground. Oh, they went to bed. I was like, why did you go to sleep? That's fine. A hunter lacks weapon. Get your gun first, and then you can go color your stuff. Alright, so we're having a bit of rough times, but that's what's going to happen. Is we're going to keep having more and more wealth. Those weren't particularly bad raids. That was kind of just bad positioning where I had people down here. And that's going to get worse as time goes on, because we'll have bigger raids that drop in like that and more frequently, because that's what they'll be able to do. We'll have a lot of the other places will be kind of locked up. Is your storage wrong? No, you're still fine. Fear cluster. So, 4 slugger turrets, 2 assemblers, 2 scorchers, 2 militars, and a gunner. That actually doesn't sound that bad, depending on the setup. We do also get 5 cataphracts to send in with it as well. I might take that when people heal up a little bit, and then go for the goodwill to get ourselves back maxed out. Because the legendary machine gun is certainly... I mean, the legendary machine gun is certainly a very attractive option, but I don't need a flat screen TV. We already have the mega screen TV. Oh, I see. That's getting full, so go ahead and top those off. Which actually won't be necessary. We're finishing geothermal now, so toggle these off. Because now I got the geothermal. Power should be fine. So we can start turning back on the things I turned off to balance the power. So turn that back on. Turn the heater back on down here. There was another heater we turned off somewhere, I thought. It's fine. We should be fine on power. We should be way, way more in fine. Cool. And we're going to have dryads soon, so they'll be able to haul stuff on our behalf. Alright, I mean... So we just got 2 people who are still injured. But then the plan would be to... with this quest, would be to try and pull the centipede gunner away, and the militars and the scorchers. Most of the time you can make that happen. But if we can pull them away, we can just EMP them down, rush them with melee, and be done with it. Easy enough. For the mini sluggers and the Inferno Cannon, we could just use a smoke grenade cover to make it so they won't fight back. Straightforward. It's just a matter of splitting up in 2. Please feed the person who is starving to death. It's not that hard. And try and convert them while you're in here. Days. Want neural supercharge. Sure. That's fine. Okay, so we shouldn't have to worry about the children because I'm not going to take them into this engagement. I am going to take it. It is really a hard call. I'm going to take it for the legendary. Okay, so we got cataphracts have arrived. They're all long range. Mechanoids have arrived as well. Okay, well they're asleep and I don't have anything that wakes them up immediately. That's fine. So where do those EMP grenades? Get your EMP grenades, first of all. And I'm gonna have one of you go ahead and grab the smoke grenade launcher for now. Honestly, are you gonna be pissed about this? No. You're gonna grab the smoke grenades, I think. Because if we put the MP on the centipede, we're gonna have so much fire on that thing. I don't see needing to lock it up in melee. Versus the smoke grenades, I might just really have to deal with stuff. So grab everyone but the children and get over here. Now the plan is gonna be to probably put the EMP here, and then the smoke grenades will just scatter them on those turrets in the back, I think. Because with the EMP here, it should shut down all that. And it should be a manageable thing. You have a shield. You can't use a smoke grenade. Go get your sword and get back here. It's fine. We can live with our decisions. So, to mitigate some risk, we're going to take our range team. Nah, never mind. We can put you over here behind the cover. Give you some level of protection. All of you, just a ray over here. Let's see. You should try Magic Goodbye in this game. Yeah, no, they're useful. We've used them before. So ray you over like this. Lux Ray will stand out in front to draw fire. And what your goal is, Urse, is you're going to stand right here. Let's get you all closer. You're going to try and put that EMP right there. And Lux right here is just... You're going to go wherever you can go to help. Get the Scorcher. That's your job. If you run in there, you're gonna have stuff explode. You go ahead and move up. You're not in range to do anything, and that doesn't help anyone. Honestly, you just stand in front and distract. Everything's exploded. Never mind. So you go ahead and get out of here. You go ahead and get out of here. Everyone else who has a gun, shoot that. And sorted. Okay. Pods have arrived. So the TV will sell. That's just for sale. We don't really have need for it or anything right now. So get all this. Prioritize hauling that because it's got some value, and deconstruct. And they're fighting each other. Not my problem. Hoping. We got really lucky earlier and got a Zeus hammer that was actually not bio-encoded for once, which never happens. But not that time. Alright, meanwhile, Usei is not going to go back and grab their bolt action. Instead, they're going to grab a legendary machine gun. And congrats on your upgrade. Go and grab your bio-coded rifle so you don't have to look at it mocking me forever. Alright. So I'm curious because it said there's going to be a singular raid of that degree. What's your problem? Oh, food poisoning. Yeah, that'll do it. You are a genie. You don't really handle that pain too well. Alright. Yeah, so they should be leaving any time now. Because we did defeat the attack. Insulting spree. Look. You're here to help. Come on. Oh, well they already finished their insulting spree. Okay, I can live with that. What? Why aren't they gone? Yeah, they have one mechanoid cluster. They'll probably leave in the morning. Because usually the moment you finish the objective, like, all of them drop what they're doing. And I've made the mistake before where, like, we had, you know, like, I think it was 2 huskies that they sent that we had to protect. And as a meme was like, you know, did, like, the get in the chopper, get out of here. It's like, Husky, save yourself. Like, send the shuttle away. And all of the Justicars stopped fighting and walked into the enemy and died. And it's like, oh, no. And I wiped a run on that one because I was really depending on having, you know, the 7 really beefy people to double my numbers. So when I did that, it's like, oh, I just killed this colony. Whoops. Because I was memeing. Could you... Oh, you're still on a mood break. That's whatever. Because I need you to be eligible for us to talk to more so we can get that sorted. Grab your shotgun. Yeah, as we expand this, I'll make walkways along the sides here so that this could just stay like a garden kind of thing. Okay, so you're no longer in a psychotic state. Yeah, so work on that. 45. Slowly gain them back over to our side of things. And I need our hauler to be done so that we can please process all these corpses that are piling up everywhere. Okay, and they are out of here. Excellent. It's like 3 to 5% every time, so it is a slow boat knocking them down. Because you get 2 or 3 times per day, assuming you don't have interruptions or whatever, that you attempt to do the conversion. So we do have a carrier dryad. None of them should be restricted. So they could just haul stuff to help us out, which is the whole thing. Like, I didn't actually intend to, like, lean in on the dryad thing, but it's like, we're gonna have enough people. There's gonna be dryads. We've got space to be used for all sorts of stuff. Like, I do think it's worth our while at some point to get a mechanator in here and just have like the little cleaning and hauling robots zipping around. Honestly, actually, you probably don't, because I just need to have so many colonists to build the base. Building the the mechs will build up our wealth and not be what I need to deal with a lot of the other stuff. I really wish I could increase the priority of this building. I'm gonna have you cremate bodies for a little while. Try and get that under control. And I know they're just carrying away all the squirrel bodies, but it's like, yep, that's gonna keep whoever takes over that job from doing it anyways. So that's fine too. They all penalize the beauty of the area, so... Alright, so cancel that, go eat, go sleep, do all those things. Meanwhile, we also need to go here. Security. Oh, it's not showing up because I don't have spare brick. It's fine. Oh wait, we got ones right here. So you can go here and say build copy. Because this one I do need to slow them down. And that's what these barricades are about. Because each time they reach the barricade, they slow down just for a moment to climb over the barricade. But we will need that because if they happen to spawn along this edge of the map kind of thing and they go straight in for it, it is a problem that I have to have enough time to run some people over to get to the defense. This probably won't be enough. What we'll probably end up doing is making like a wider area that it covers. We'll worry about that when we get there, though. The downside is we already have way too much base for this number of people. Like, I have got to get more people in here, especially considering those two are children. I guess technically we can release Rhetorical at any time. They're one of our colonists. We arrested them to convert them. Go back to cremating to get the corpses out of here. Inspired surgery, that's cool and all. I don't have anything I need to install right now. Research known by Vitals Monitor. Hey, Vital Monitor's a good one. I can get behind Vital Monitor. So many bodies to process. Combat supplier ship going by. That'll be... Who is our other social person? Captain Insanity. Go take care of yourself. Alright, so take all of this crap we've got laying around here. I don't care what you give me for it. I just don't want it. We've got like silver knives and that. We keep the uranium one. We'll honestly get rid of the poor and awful quality bolt action since we're starting to get so many of them. You can take those. I'm not going to use that minigun. We'll get rid of that too. Take the tox grenades and the frag grenades and the other frag grenades. Take out the worn out helmet. We have a shield belt. I can use another one of those. Actually, I can make shield belts. What am I talking about? Don't worry about it. What is it? I actually have a spare laying around. I just need to equip it. Okay, so long hair and furred skin don't do anything. Take the go juice, take the wake up. Take the yayo they got piling up. Give me the medicine. Give me the components. We're at that phase where we're starting to run out of materials. So components. Where did the medicine go? Oh, there's medicine. Meanwhile, you have a shield belt array, correct? Yes. There's another shield belt in here for when... Yeah, it's right down there. For when we get rhetorical back. So you're dealing with that. We don't want you to do that. I need you to do other things. You're removing floors? No, you're not. You are processing bodies. Okay, so with the vitals monitor online, we can go here and go to... Was it biotech or MISC? I think it was MISC. MISC, vital, biomonitors. Go boom, boom. And you can fit 4 around them. It's just that wall it wouldn't have looked right, and that's enough for a hospital for right now. So that's fine. We are getting dangerously low on steel. I'm down to about 800 left in the map. We also have a pile of silver up here, so let's haul that. We're down to about 800 steel up there. We're getting low on components from the looks of it as well. No, we're not. We're not all low on components. They just must not have been in range of the device for trading. Alright, finish your food. Go talk to them. Okay, so you have, like, next to no money and nothing I care about. Perfect. Take more of the junk stuff I've got laying around here. Good. Alright. A minor break risk on very last letter Dean. Because you observed corpses, you're drowsy. Oh, are you still hauling bodies? Yeah, that's my bad, buddy. Just get that last body and you can go to bed. So good news is we got, I think we have like one last corpse to get out of here. So cremate that last corpse. That way we at least don't have all those mood penalties. Alright, so you're age 6, so you're getting ready to age up, so that's good. You got a while longer till you age up. How are you doing right now? Convert them. Getting real close. We've got the dryads now hauling stuff. Not particularly reliable about it, but they do work on it. Cool. Yeah, so all those vitals monitored will help a great deal with our various health nonsense we deal with here. We haven't had an Impid raid in a very long time, which is where we get our Jade from, so... Us there's like, man, I would have thought we would have gotten our Jade for our Reliquary by now. And then I just came to the realization, like, no, we've had mostly just mech raids. We've had like the occasional pig raid, but the Impids are still our enemies and still in the air and just snoozing. Which is funny, because I've probably been wiped out, like, the mechs have probably killed me the most runs. The mechs have probably single-handedly ended more runs than any other attacker. And I'd say the Impids are probably next after that, just because if you get unlucky and they run up and they manage to catch a big group of you with fire, it can be, like, devastating to your defense. Yeah, no, the Neanderthals have done a pretty good number to me too. I don't think they nearly keep up with the Impids for me, but they definitely, you know, have caused me problems. Yeah, no, the mechs are predictable, so I think it's partly because of how I play with the random research, no research stuff, that I end up running into lots of problems where you know, they show up and I just don't have what I need for it. So like I'll have to go into it without EMPs and that kind of stuff and just make it work. So even though they are predictable, it's like, okay, well, I have to engage them in a situation that I don't feel good about, but, you know, we're here. Or the number of times I don't have armor going into it because my random research... Like, and that's what happens, is where we get, like, the one person who gets one tapped. Because that's what happened to Kira Liz, is she caught a Lancer shot to the neck and just died instantly. Like, it was the very first shot took her out. Like, of anyone in the fight, the very first shot took her out. We dropped the EMP, and then instantly she was done. Once they've had Neanderthal, Tank 5 Traps was shocked they didn't play for a week. We had one time we had Neanderthals and Gojuice show up, and that was terrifying. Because I'm like, we put so many shots of that, why is it still moving? It is a truly terrifying thing. Yeah, so random research, no research. Basically, you start with literally nothing. Like, we've got a bunch now. But if I were to click on something like, say I wanted auto doors, I just don't get a button. What happens is your people just go up to the bench and they start researching. And behind the scenes, it's already chosen something I'm researching here. What it is, I have no idea. But it is actually already researching something it's selected. And it'll just go until it's like 90-something%. It'll be like, okay, by the way, I'm researching this. And then we get it. And then it starts the next one. So it does really kind of spice things up. Because I found personally for me with, you know, I've got thousands of hours in the game, you have certain research, you're just like, okay, I grab that one, I grab this one. Like, you'll have like certain priorities, and yeah, maybe if I'm doing this run, it's like, okay, well, this run... complex clothing is a higher priority than stone cutting, you know, for whatever reason, or that particular run, you know, I need to get to electricity to get to hydroponics faster because that's a priority. But generally outside, like, those one or two you pick because, like, oh no, this particular run we need this one thing. You end up finding you'll fall into these habits where you go and get this one and get one. Is Neanderthal censored by Twitch? Yeah, because people use it to insult people, call them dumb. Is usually the way that works. And it's not censored. It's automod says, "Hey, I think someone's trying to, you know, be hostile," and then you go, "Okay," and it catches and you go, "Okay, no, it's fine." All right. So they're attacking immediately. We've got nothing but melee on that side. Got 2 melee on that side. All right. We got a bunch up here. There's going to be a primary fighting force hitting from the top. I should also put a door on this now I think about it, so I can open and close the kill box, as it were. That said, they're going to go for this kill box up here, most likely. Because once they get in there, they'll destroy the chair, and that'll probably be the end of it. Oh, you don't have a spot. Yeah, so I'm going to have you go here, and you go there. Why are you fleeing? Oh, it finally happened. I've had an infestation from Toxpax up here for probably 4 in-game years, that I've been just pretty much ignoring. Please don't murder the children. I've been ignoring this whole time. So apparently they ran through it, and then the bugs got real mad and did what bugs do when they get real mad at you. That is mostly murdering you. So you're all in position. Save that as their defensive positions. You started a fire where? Oh, good. They brought Jade with them. Fight's not over yet. We got more stuff coming. The angry bugs are angry. Alright, how's She-Wolf doing? Just some cuts. Next round. Do we have any more bugs running around? No, they're downed. Oh, that's interesting because you put fire through there. I mean, that's fine. Okay. Meanwhile, are you... Yeah. So you're going to go ahead and run over here real fast. Penicillin, or... Yeah, oh, that's... Penicillin has blocked malaria. Heck yeah. Alright, so we just sprayed a little bit of fire foam to keep the trees from allowing that to spread as easily. Back over to that side. It's the only one we have that still could do that. You're gonna stay down, right? I'm not super convinced. Alright, so we don't actually want them to pick up whatever that was. There we go. So with all that said, we have now gotten rid of the bugs, so schedule, we no longer have to have them in the nope zone. Because this whole area up here is just raw pollution that we've left here since the very beginning. I'd say one of the features you like the most in RimWorld, enemies fight themselves when there are more than one faction. Oh yeah, that's always fun when you have like two raids kind of show up because like one is a quest and one is like a natural raid. And then just watch them just duke it out between the two of them. Alright, so you're teaching them plants. Cool, and then you'll deal with the wardening and all that stuff. We'll get there. And the corpses continue to pile. Now, this said, we got ourselves another 60 jade. Actually, more than that. 63 jade. So we are slowly getting to the point where we're going to make our jade reliquary. Once we get that, we're going to go after our first one of our artifacts, whatever you want to call them. And how are you doing? You are getting real close to converted, and I appreciate it. Mad alpaca. Oh, you went around that way? That's fine. I'll go say hello to you. Oh, nope, you're going back? That's fine. Oh. Stop trolling me, alpaca. I don't care which way you go, just choose it and stick to it. Honestly, at this point, we can probably close off this kill box and instead put this kill box to use. Like, we can lock this door open and just shut this kill box down, like, just actually get rid of it. Because that's going to be the better kill box. And the problem is it is a longer run to that kill box, so there's always a risk of them reaching it first. But this kill box can handle way more people and all that. Oh wait, we got silver ore here. All right. Psychic suppressor. Oh, it'll be nearby. So I actually don't care about that because we don't have what we need for the mechs anyways. The Persona Core, I'm not gonna really use. And the Death Rest, we don't have any vampires, so the Scio Neoformer thing, I don't really care about one way or the other. They're very useful. They're very powerful. Honestly, if we get a tribes people, have them just pray to the tree as their way of doing it. Okay, and we're starting to get some extra marble laying around, which is good. I'm not worrying about it too much right yet. We'll end up expanding our base with the marble. That's just what we've been doing. But we use sandstone for walls because it's stronger. Stop fighting me, please. There we go. All right. So where's the next place I'm going to build something with marble? I feel like it should be up here in this zone. But I kind of want to keep building the unstable power cores along here. So like, I kind of want to reserve this space for unstable power cores. So this is 5, 5. Because they overlap a little. Yeah, so you can plan for that to be the unstable power core storage location for the time being. But then I got all this up here I can put to good use. That is going to be our kill box for drawing infestations when we're mining for the time being. Got worms, probably she-wolf. Or she-wolf. So, one of our people has a title that we never bothered with. So let's take this real fast. So the throne room we would need for the highest rank if we decide to do that just because we can. So the throne room needs to be 80 tiles. Okay. So let's plan to make a throne room. So for 80 tiles, it has to be 8 by 10. So it only has to be, well, this would be the interior space. It only has to be that big. So it's really not that big. I feel like that's not asking enough. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make it bigger than that. We're going to go here, and we start at 5 wide. And then 5 here. Not quite the same. Alright, so we're just making a weird exotic design. Does this design make any strategic sense whatsoever? Absolutely not. Am I doing it anyways? Absolutely. Oh, it's not going to quite fit with the path over here. Alright, so how can we make this work? Instead, we could scooch all of this over by 1. That means we could scooch you over by 1. Let's see how this lines up when we do it this way. Perfect. Alright, so we've got our overlap and unnecessary thing. So the refugees we helped, they gave us a skill trainer for mining and some vests and all that. So we're going to go ahead and haul that. And this. And that. We're probably not going to use any of them. I mean, we'll use the mining thing eventually. But I'll wait till we have someone new. Neural supercharge, that's fine. Don't care. So with this, marble walls. And then furniture, we would need a grand meditation throne that we'll make out of jade in the long run. I'll wait till they get the room built. But we will go and get that set up. Because I joked about giving the people the titles and all that anyways. So I'm going to get that going. In the meantime, we'll go floors, sandstone. Right. That's fine. That's fine. I see. So this is going to have to shift over. Leave it like that. Okay. You gonna try to upgrade? Try the update on Traveler's Rest? Maybe. We'll see. Right now I've got a decent queue of stuff to play. So we're just seeing real fast. So we've got 2 of them inside the perimeter from the looks of it. Yeah, one's there. So judging by where all our people are. And collapse them all in here real fast. And it should let us have them have a good fighting location from where the rats can come to them. The rats aren't particularly dangerous. It's just if everyone gets separated out, you can have a whole bunch of people get like lots of minor injuries that can get pretty annoying after a while. Alright, we've got one over there. We've got one at our south kill box. Got one along the west side. Actually, two along the west side. Come back, please. Alright, we'll just go to you. That's fine. And then we got one more down here. Okay, so that's just a waste of my time more than an actual threat. Like, I enjoyed Traveler's Rest. It's just gotta depend on what else is going on. We've got kind of a backlog of games going on that it's been hard to find time. Because for those who remember the last time I played Traveler's Rest, really enjoyed the game, but I got soft locked on it where the employees just wouldn't show up, and we tried, like, firing all the employees, rehiring them, restarting the game, validating the file. Like, you know, went through the whole gambit you normally do go through. And nothing worked. So eventually it's like, alright, well, you can't really play the game without staff. They're a critical function in the game. So it was those things like, alright, well, I guess the run's over. Alright, 6.3%. Home stretch. Very last 13. Your genes are still regrowing. And it was Usei still has their genes regrowing as well, because we want to get kindness and all that out of them. Get those separated out. And our little dryads are getting work done. Love to see it. Just hauling random junk all over the place. And if you're wondering why I'm not putting lights in every single room, it is just one of those things that lights actually are one of the things that have very poor optimization in RimWorld. That you will actually get into trouble with it sometimes. And so because we are making a macro scale colony, I fully anticipate that being one of the main limiters for us is the actual game performance. I'll end up having to do stuff like, we'll reach a point that we're going to kill off all the alpaca just to reduce the number of, you know, stuff on the map, that kind of thing. But, hopefully that won't be anytime soon. The marriage is on. Very last Lardine told Chaotic Awesome he wants to spend his life with her, and she has agreed and the two are now engaged. Aww. It's always nice to have, you know, love on the rim. Let's see. Okay, Usei and Captain Insanity. Weirdly only one direction, but you know, sure. Okay, we could probably... It's unfortunate. Okay, so I was gonna say it's probably honestly not in Captain Santa's best interest, considering Usei has some pretty bad negative traits, that are not going to be good for their long-term relationship. Let's see. So you can send like a billion archers at us. Honestly, I feel pretty okay with this fight. We can just do that. There will be two groups of that size. They are imps, which is not my favorite. The Archer Chief is actually pretty scary. We could get Prestige Armor. I think I'd rather get the standings, so I'm going to try and do this. How fast do they go? The Imps will arrive in 4 days. Let's sit on that for a moment, because it is a dangerous one. I think I want to get Rhetorical back on the scene first, before I accept that. Because it is a dangerous one. Probably, honestly, not worth 24 standings, because like I said, if I want 24 standings, I walk their tile and I just drop stuff in their lap and say, here, have presents. And then we're friends. All right. Very last Lardine. Climb in the machine. One more and Rhetorical gets to finally get back out of the prison cell. They'll have had talk, we'll have that proper talk about their heresy, and they'll be allowed to be free. And with that, they'll become our moral guide, and we'll be able to start getting a lot of things moving forward. Because they needed that social skill, because there's only one other person with it, and because they're a body purist who has been altered, you know, they're pretty unhappy. They're not particularly happy people. They're pretty salty about that. So, you know, my bad and all that. I tell you to build a copy of this thing, like right next to it. What I'm looking for is to try and find sandstone as well, and ideally kind of in the same spot where I can just kind of have them go. Because like the plan is to enclose this and make it into effectively a place that the infestations happen. We just set the whole thing on fire and close the door, and that's not for like drawing infestations from these. It's just great intellectual by itself. That's honestly not bad at all. Yep, no, I'm aware. To be clear, Andreas, I have thousands of hours in this game. We haven't had many opportunities to get more pawns. It's just slow burn kind of thing. Alright, so we got Great Intellectual by itself. If I can get Dead Calm by itself, then we can get rid of that combination. We gotta figure that. Are you good? Are there any good Imperial Guard versus Chaos? Oh, I have no idea. I do know there is a Warhammer 40k mod, but like, I mean, there's probably a whole bunch of them. But I don't really mod much, so I just won't have the answers to those questions for you, unfortunately. Conversion and rare thrombos. Still can't quite get them. Alright, with that, Rhetorical was our colonist to begin with. We should be allowed to release him now, and he should just rejoin us. And he did. Are you upset about it? Was imprisoned. Okay, so I didn't get upset about it until we let them out, and they got cabin fever and all that stuff, but that's fine. I'm gonna have you grab your Zeus hammer, and reset this room back to Rhetorical. Is that your bedroom? You're gonna grab yourself a meal, and then you're immediately going to go and get a get to become our moral guide. And did you lose your priorities? Nope. And your schedule's fine. Oh, you're still... There we go. Cool. It's been a long time coming. Do you not have the right assignments? You should be... There you go. You're set to soldier. Which does mean they'll go grab themselves a shield belt. The soldier's just my... You're going to be in melee. There we go. Cool. Meanwhile, we'll leave them prisoner for right now. We'll definitely need to... Growth moment on Draconic Dork. Excellent. So we get to choose 3 skills for you. Crafting, medical are important. And I'll add plants in there. We can choose... I think Quick Sleeper is the one I'm going to go with. Yeah. I'm going to go with Quick Sleeper. Because that just means I'll get more done. Orc, you now get that assignment. You grow stuff. And you can craft stuff. They'll probably end up being put more on the crafting side. That the modified Diva should be gone now. Which one? Oh no, we got the Elite Expectations, but that's fine. We ate a lavish meal. A bunch of these are all going to start recovering and all that. So prison should drop off pretty quickly. Speaking of which, we're not quite done with the stuff today. Begin conversion ritual on Usei. Join us, friend. One of us. So I'm hoping we have just a good outcome, and then that should be like Usei pretty much. No leader one? Nice. Yeah, no leader 5-1. Yep, that's gone. So Usei should just be attrition down by the fact that we're prolicizing as our ideology, so we'll just harass them endlessly until they're like, fine, I'll join you. Just leave me alone. It'll be excellent. Good talk. So with that, chat, it is getting to be about that time. For those who are new to the channel, I do stream from 7 p.m. EST till about 4 a.m. EST, which it is about 4 a.m. EST. But don't go anywhere if you're over here on Twitch, because we're going to go find someone for raiding. For those who are over on TikTok and YouTube, because they stream on all 3 platforms, there's no such thing as raiding over there, at least not that I'm aware of. So the stream will abruptly end, unfortunately, so don't forget to like and subscribe in the appropriate places. And I do hope to see you all later. But don't go anywhere if you're on Twitch, because we're going to go find someone to raid. So thanks so much for tuning in and all that good stuff. For those who missed out, we did play Expeditions today. We did play the new Remnants of Kentucky Project Zomboid mod by Big Bad